Welcome everybody to our Luminous Nation and Team Advent call for July 5th. Gabby and I are super excited to join forces tonight to have un invitado bien especial, a really special guest, Carlos Aguilera. Carlos went out to Dallas with Gabby and I last week to help support our team out in Dallas, and he led an incredible training. So we had a really fun fit club, and he pretty much broke down to us. He led by example and showed us how to lead the fit club, how to close the fit club in order to get people excited to stick around and excited to learn more about the opportunity. And he took us into a coach training in which he showed us what we should be doing with our time. What should a day look like? You know, I get messages all the time from my new coaches, like, what should I be doing? How do I start? You know, how do I really get running with this business? And I think that what we're going to cover tonight with Carlos is going to show you exactly that. You know, something that the three of us talked about over there is sometimes we overcomplicate the business. When it's very simple, when we stick to the heart of what it's about and the behaviors that we should be engaging in every day. Gabby, do you want to say something to introduce Carlos?
So I want to say that prior to even meeting with Carlos and for the Fit Club and the training, Audrey and I were discussing, you know, because as you get tenure into the business, I mean, I don't think, I mean, I'll speak for myself. I don't think I ever feel like a veteran coach. I always feel like I can learn more. Right. And I feel that, you know, sometimes we lose ourselves in the day-to-day type of activities. And I was telling Audrey, you know, sharing like what I struggle with, because we all struggle with something. And it was almost like Carlos was in that room with us. Right, Audrey? And then when he started speaking after the Fit Club and he started the coach training, she looked at me and she was like, seriously? Like, this training is like what we were just discussing. So it's going to be an amazing training, guys. And make sure that you take tons of notes. Audrey uploaded the file into Luminous Nation. I uploaded the file into the event page. So make sure you have it in front of you, because I'm going to tell you right there, and Carlos has it in front of him. Guys, this is money right here. This is what is going to move your business forward. And it's as simple as Carlos is going to share with us. So Carlos is the director of the Latino market, of Beach Party Latino market, and we are super excited to have him on our call tonight. So take it away, Carlos.
Gabby, thanks so much. It's great to be with you guys. Carla Acosta, how are you? And Jen, everyone who's just joining. Jenny, how are you too? And I'm super, Mirna, I see you driving there. I hope we don't distract you. Be safe. but guys, let me tell you, I'm super excited to be with you, because I know that you're changing lives. You're changing people's lives. We're going to be talking about business. We're going to be talking about things that you can do so you can increase your income. You can help yourself achieve those goals that you want to achieve. But before we get going anywhere, I need you to know that the reason why we're doing this is because we really want to help people. And we understand and we know that we have a true solution. Molly, how are you? And I want you to know that, because I know it. I mean, I'm living it myself in the way I'm exercising. I had the honor of being part of the Ship Shop test group, and I've lost like 15, 16 pounds now, maybe. But you know what I've gained? No, not just losing stuff, but I've gained also, I guess, stamina. I've gained confidence in myself. I've gained a better appreciation of what it means to be part of a challenge group, and that's exactly what people need. I mean, when people are thinking of losing weight or of improving their lifestyle, their health, just a few solutions come to the mind. Whether it's to buy a treadmill or just to get a membership to a gym, or just to do a crazy diet that's going to make them starve themselves for a few weeks and then they're done. But none of those solutions are really a true, complete solution. And what we have is true. It really works. When you apply it, it works. And that's why I'm super happy to be with you tonight, because everything that I'm going to be sharing with you, yes, it will increase your business. Yes, it will allow you to increase your income, but it will only work if you're focused on providing true solutions to people. So, first of all, disclaimer, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income from the Beachbody opportunity. The income and bonuses that any Beachbody coach can achieve will depend on their own efforts, abilities, and hard work. If you want to know more about our different income levels, you can go into our website and find more information specifically on the ranks and income levels. But having said that, I've seen a lot of success with Beachbody coaches everywhere, whether they're new or they've been just being discount coaches for a couple of years. They're finding success, and that success is found in very specific tactics or things that they're doing daily on a daily basis that are allowing them to connect with people that need what you have found. Yes, because you have already found what people are looking for. And before we go right into the training, I just want to tell you this. If you want to reap the rewards of an entrepreneur, you need to tackle the biggest problems out there. One of the biggest problems that's currently out there in the world, especially here in the States, it's the problems that we're having with obesity and overweight. In the US, I think we've got about 266 million people who are overweight or obese. 266 million, guys. That's a lot. There's only 1 million subscribers to Beachbody On Demand. Yes, it's awesome. I mean, we loved it. I mean, 1 million subscribers, super cool. But there are 266 million people in the US alone who need what you have found, Rosie. What you are living, Carla Costa. What you have found, 266 million people need it. So how do we present it? How do we show it? How do we let people know what we have without sounding salesy, without breaking the natural laws of socializing? That's what I'm going to be showing you right now. So what I want to do is this, okay? This document, you already have it, so you don't have to be taking notes on this. I want you to focus your attention and taking notes on the ideas that are going to come to your mind. Ideas are going to be coming to your mind. Names are going to be coming to your mind of people you want to approach. Ideas, names, thoughts. That's what I want you to write down, because that's what's going to help you, take action. Take action, because this plan is called the Action Plan for Team Beachbody Coaches. It will only work if you take action. So, and as we go, I'm going to be inviting Audrey and Gabriela and Rudy and many of you to participate, to share with us a couple thoughts, and Mirna also. Having said that, basically I took Dr. Dylan. I forgot to ask you to print. It's called Let's Write Your Transformation Story, or I call it the Transformation Story Questionnaire. It's a document that basically these two go together. I will tell you more about it in a minute. But let's take a look at this. Right now it is in 9:13 in the East Coast. For me, it's 7:13. And I'm going to be talking for about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. And then we're going to open up for questions. If we take a little longer, just because you're sharing your own thoughts, your own experience with us. But once again, the main thing is for you to be able to focus on the activities that are going to help you help others. And at the same time, you can achieve your goals. So, all right, let's begin then. Let's begin. First thing that comes to my mind here says, our mission to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. That's the mission statement for Team Beachbody, to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. I love mission. I'm a mission-driven guy. I love to understand that the company that you are partnering with, the company that you have decided to say, you know what, these guys are the ones that are providing these awesome exercise programs phenomenal nutrition, this awesome opportunity to us achieving our health and fitness goals has this mission. When you understand that what we're looking for is not just to provide you a way to making an income or for you to sell our products, but is actually to help people achieve their goals, is going to be something that's going to help you think outside of the box. Think about this. When P90 was released, P90X, I think, was released, we sold over 5 million copies. Think about this number, 5 million copies. This is phenomenal. This is amazing. We can pat ourselves in the back and go, oh, Beachbody is doing so well. They're selling 5 million copies of the most successful program they had back then, before the Team Beachbody was really launched, right? When it was very small, Team Beachbody. But the question for you is this: how many people you think actually used the program? Give me right now. I mean, write down in the chat what percentage of people actually follow the program and found success with it. Give me numbers. I'm going to read it. I'm going to open up the chat. So tell me percentages. Maybe 1/3, 10%, 25%. What else do we have here? Come on, put numbers up there. Huh? Put numbers up there. 10%. Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you. Only 5%. Back then we didn't have Beachbody on Demand, so we couldn't really tell. So we had to do surveys, and we started calling those who bought P90X. We started started asking everybody, hey, so you bought the program, tell me, how'd it go? Did you finish it? We found out that only about 5% of those 5 million people who bought the program actually completed it and found the success they wanted. And why is that? Most people didn't even open it. Most copies of P90X did not open. And that was very interesting to us, because we began to realize that, yeah, we got the best exercise programs, but if nobody's opening them, if nobody's actually watching them or following them, what good does it do? So that's when we began to realize that, yeah, when you have best exercise programs, the best nutrition, right? Nutrition plans, there was another pillar that was missing. The third pillar that was missing is called peer support, group support. In other words, a coach. Rosie, and think about this. If you think about every single one of you, you have achieved some level of goals, whether it was 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, you can always tie it back to, yeah, I did my exercising. Yes, I did my nutrition. I followed my nutrition. I used Portion Fix, and I did eat right. But the link that ensured that you would do this was the peer support of your challenge group. Think about it. I mean, without the challenge group, it doesn't happen. So that's when we really focused on realizing that we needed to make sure that our coaches were there as a third partner, I guess, in this endeavor of helping the world get fit or improve the health. So we have the best trainers, we have the best nutrition, but we also have the best coaches, and that's you guys. So in order for you to convey this message of a challenge group, in order for you to help people understand that it's not just about, a cool exercise program, not just about a 3-week diet, but it's an actual being part of a community that supports you through a challenge group, is that I've been analyzing and studying what coaches do, the most effective coaches do, and what they do is this. First thing that you should be doing this for this plan in action. Before you put this plan into action, you need to discover your why. We know our why. We want to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. That's why we're putting out the best programs. That's why we're putting out the best nutrition. That's why we're endeavoring to make sure that Shakeology is the best product available. Okay, but that's also why we've created the compensation plan. So coaches like you are compensated by helping others, are compensated by helping them be accountable. Okay, so these are the 3 questions that you need to answer before you put this plan into action. Number 1, why did you decide to become a coach? Yeah, I mean, you need to tell me why that is. Why you decide to be a coach. And many people, I mean, some people are going to say, well, I just wanted the discount. And that's fine. That's great. Others are going to say, oh, because I want to help people. I mean, I lost 15 pounds and my cousin was getting married. I wanted to share with her, so I became a coach so I could help her. Phenomenal. Others are saying, I wanted to become a coach because I wanted the accountability on me, meaning because I brought my cousin in and I brought my coworker in, I wanted to make sure that I was there, pushing play, showing up because they were there also. So that's why I decided to become a coach. It doesn't matter why you decide to become a coach. I need you to understand. Okay. I need to be able to answer that question. So Amy, how are you? Good to see you too. And I'm going to be calling on you here in a second. I mean, if you're available, of course. But yeah, guys. So that's the first question. You need to understand, why did you decide to become a coach? So Audrey, question for you. Why did you become a coach?
It was a couple of things. I was coming up on my first month of Shakeology and I wanted the discount. That was second month. I thought to myself, if I become a coach, then I'm going to be held accountable to like staying on my fitness goals and not going back to having gained weight again. And then thirdly, I found out that week that my husband lost his job. So all of a sudden I needed a way to bring income for my family.
Cool. I love that. And once again, that question it may be unique for each one of you, but you need to understand it. You need to keep it in your mind because it's going to help you as you implement this plan. The next question is this: what do you want to be known for? What will be your legacy? And this is super important, guys, because this goes beyond what Beachbody is, the Beachbody world is. Because the reality is, when you start seeing Beachbody as a vehicle to achieving your goals, you will take this business more seriously. And that is something that I want to convey and put into your minds. So, Audrey, I mean, if I were to ask you about legacy, what is the legacy that you want to leave for your family?
I want to be able to show my family what you can achieve through hard work and persistence. And I also want to teach women that they can feel empowered and they can be whole and they can take control of their lives and change whatever current situation they're in.
I love what you just said, Sam. Once I want to leave a legacy for my children that when you focus and you work hard at something, success follows.
Yes.
The second answer to this question that you gave me, I love it because I identify with that too. The idea of saying, you know what, I want to empower women. I want to empower my peers. I want to empower mothers so that they can also be have the tools to achieve their goals from home.
Yes.
or work anywhere, to empower them. And that's super cool because one of the things that I see a lot of in the Beachbody world is basically that the confidence of women comes up. Molly, I mean, think about it. The confidence just from exercising, eating right, your confidence starts to increase. But then when you're realizing that you're not just feeling more confident, but you're also starting to develop an additional income on the side for your own family, and that Shakeology is no longer an expense. It changes the way people see their lives, the way that they see their value. So I like that. Number and C, the question C is this, and this question is super important for you also to make sure that you understand and you write it down. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, the question is this: what financial needs do you plan to solve with your coaching bonuses and commissions? Once again, guys, I know that you would do this business. Well, you would help others out of the goodness of your heart. But also you need to know that Beachbody does pay commissions. And when you apply yourself and you generate those commissions can help out. So what financial needs do you plan to solve with your coaching bonuses and commissions? So, Audrey, you were mentioning that when you decided to be a coach is because your husband also lost his job and you found that, hey,
Yeah.
I can make a little money with this on the side, right? So tell us more about that.
Absolutely. I remember when I first started, my goal was to be able to just buy groceries without having to put it on a credit card. And thanks be to God, we've been able to do more than that. One of the most important things that those bonuses and commissions did for us was that my husband has an eye disease called keratoconus, which the surgery for it isn't covered by insurance. It's not FDA approved yet, the surgery, so it's not covered by insurance, so we had to pay for it out of pocket. And when we were living paycheck to paycheck and in debt, it had to be on the back burner, and I was pretty sad to be able to put his health condition on a back burner. But thanks to God and Beachbody and this opportunity, we were able to pay for that eye disease and for the surgery. And now for the future, we have a house that we haven't been able to live in yet. We actually rent it out. But my little boys really want their 2-bedroom house with their own bedrooms. So that's what we're working towards, being able to build the house the way that we want it to be.
Thank you, Audrey. I love that because, guys, financial needs are a very normal thing. Everybody has them, whether it's to save for college education for your kids or to pay your own college education that you went into debt to acquire, to receive, whether it's a medical bill that just went through the roof very quickly. Whatever it is, everybody has a financial need. And you, in your own mind, need to tie this to your business. Why is that? Because let me tell you, Beachbody is a vehicle. You can receive commissions that you can apply directly to paying for debt or for saving or for paying a medical bill, whatever it is. And once you begin to understand that, the answer to this question will push you that night when you come home after work, it's late, you're tired, and you say, you know what, today I'm not going to exercise. And I'm not going to post on my group. Tonight, I just don't have the energy to encourage my own group of coaches, so I will not do that. But when you understand these 3 questions and you have them in front of you, you have them written down and you put them on, I don't know, somewhere visible in your room or in your bathroom. The answers to these questions are going to help you do those things that when you're tired, when it gets tough, when you've received 100 no's, it will give you the energy and the stamina and the vision to continue pushing. And that's why you need to understand this before you start applying all these things. Also, we're going to get back to these questions towards the end of this training, but this is our first assignment, guys. Right now, you've got it right in front of you. You need to answer these 3 questions. Okay? You're going to answer these 3 questions, and I want you to contact your coach. You're going to have a conversation with your coach, and you're going to explain to him why you decided to be a coach, what do you want to be known for or leave as a legacy, and what financial needs you plan to solve with your coaching bonuses and commissions. Audrey just shared with us openly that she wants to be able to save money so she can live in the house which her kids want to live in. And that's a worthy cause, I tell you. I mean, I don't know if everybody wants to do that. And whether it's for you, it could be as simple as saying, I just want to pay for Shakeology, so it's not an additional expense to me. Great. That's wonderful. Because the mathematics of this are very simple. I mean, if your sole goal is to pay for Shakeology, Audrey, tell me, how many challenge packs do you need to sell to pay for your Shakeology a month?
3 all-access challenge packs.
Isn't that cool, guys? That's the cool part. Let me give you another example. I was talking to a coach, and she's actually an accountant. And maybe that's why she's super driven to me. But she said, Carlos, when I decided to do this business, I was making these checks that were coming in $50, $100 here and there, every other week or every week. And then after a few months of getting these commissions, I started looking back and analyzing what happened to that money, because I was making almost maybe $300, $400 a month. But after realizing that I was making that money, I was not seeing it. It was all going, I was just spending it. So then that day I decided that I was going to have a specific purpose for those commissions. This coach's purpose was just to help pay for the mortgage. Once she focused on a specific goal, then she started performing, and instead of becoming just $50 here or $100 there, it was steady, and her growth in her business started picking up. That's once again the reason why I'm asking you, what financial need do you plan to solve with your coaching bonuses and commissions? When you have it clear in front of you, pay the $3,000 credit card debt I have. I promise that it will make it easier for you to focus on the activities that are going to help you bring that income in so you can pay that. Okay, enough about the why now. Now let's talk about the action. What is it exactly what you need to be doing, okay, every day? So we have 4 types of activities we're going to be discussing, okay? The first 2 I'm going to be talking about are what we call the 80%. 80% of your time is going to be spent focused on these 2 types of activities, okay? 80% of your time. Number 1, it says expand your circle of influence. Expand your circle of influence. That means that you're constantly bringing people into your surroundings, into your network, into your, I guess, your message circle where you can connect with them daily. Okay, so that's a typo. It says 2 there instead of a 1, but it's number 1. It says expand your circle of influence. A, every day create a social media post or go live using the following topics: exercise routines, healthy nutrition, portion fix, recipes, Shakeology, etc. Personal interests, family, pets, hobbies, jokes, work, etc. Astronomy, whatever it is that you like, talk about it because people will be attracted to you. 4, your personal development, inspirational quotes, your thoughts, tips, etc. So that's how you expand your circle of influence. You're constantly posting on social media and talking to people around you. And this is what you're going to be talking about. So my question now is for Wendy and Rudy. Okay? These guys have become like an icon of the Shift Shop now. The Shift Shop. They're constantly posting. They're not constantly. Every day they post their exercise routines. And Wendy, I know that we just had an interview, but now you do it in Spanish, so now you're going to do it in English. But Wendy and Rudy, tell us what has happened, because you're doing videos daily on your exercising. What has happened to your social media outreach due to the fact of you posting your exercising daily?
Well, definitely we've seen an increase in our following. We have had more people that are in couples reach out to me. I've had women message me like, hey, I see you working out with your husband. Like, I want to have my husband work out with me or my boyfriend work out with me. So we definitely have had that increased. And that's because Rudy and I, we go live since we have started the program. We're on round 3, the last week of round 3. We've been posting our journey through this whole thing, not only on Facebook Live, but on IG Live. And we talk about the program, and, we also share, like the meals and stuff like that. So that in itself, like, social media is so powerful, right? But when they see us working out together, that's what really I feel has attracted our avatar, are like the people that want to get their significant others to work out with them. And both vice versa, men and women, because guys have reached out to Rudy's like, I want to get my girl to do this. And it's because they're seeing us do it together.
So now give us some numbers. Before you were posting daily, now that you're doing it so frequently, what are the numbers of views compared to before?
What's the numbers of what?
Views per video.
Oh, views. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no, you actually read my mind, Carlos, because I was gonna say that when before when we were posting, we'd get maybe 80 views or something like that. Now we're getting several hundred views. Every time I go back into the post, and now that IG or Facebook will update you with the amount on there, it's gone up dramatically. And as far as sharing it, we share it into different groups. We've joined different groups, different areas in the community. And those people are looking at us and then they're sharing it, and it's exponential.
And we're getting a wealth of friend requests from not just like friends of friends, but like just people we don't know. So that's the other thing that we've seen a change. So definitely like hundreds of views and just a ton of friend requests. As I open up my page every morning, all these people requesting. Of course, we go through it, but definitely.
Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate you. You're awesome. And I love something else you mentioned also is that you are attracting the type of people that you want to do business with. And that's what I love about our Beach Buddies, that you get the chance of working with those you want to work with. And because the content that you're providing, right, couples working out together, you're attracting other people who are like-minded. Okay. So once again, if you like astronomy, you're going to be bringing people who like astronomy. If you like pets, you're going to be attracting people who like pets and so forth. And that's the cool part because you're creating your own tribe, your own clan. And that is awesome. So exercise routines, health and nutrition, personal interest, personal development. That is something you need to be doing daily to expand your circle of influence. And like Rudy was saying, and Wendy, people will be asking you to be their friend when you're providing content that's relevant to them. But you need to be providing that content, adding it. So expand your circle of influence. B says, add new contacts to your Facebook or Instagram or preferred social media platform. You need to have a big goal, a big goal. I would suggest you have at least 5,000 friends on Facebook, okay? Or 5,000 followers on Instagram. That should be your goal right now. If you're already there, we congratulate you. Go to 10,000 now. But most people have about 200, 300 friends on Facebook. What I would suggest for you is to be constantly adding people. So you're going to be adding as a goal 10 new contacts on Facebook or followers on Instagram per day. You're going to send a whole bunch of invitations to connect, 15, 20 of them. And if you're making cool videos that are appealing to others, they're going to be asking you to friend them. So, but why am I saying this? Why am I saying that you need to have about 5,000 people? Because when you're talking every day, and check this out, please, when you're making videos of yourself exercising every day, when you're talking about cooking every day, when you're talking about how much you love your puppies every day, guess what? Those 200 friends you have, they're going to go crazy. They're going to go, oh, Carlos has gone crazy. Now he's just way out there. Boom, I'm going to disconnect from this guy because he's crazy now. And if you only have 200 friends like that, yeah, very quickly, in a few months, most of these guys are going to switch off from you. Yeah, they will. I mean, let's be super frank and honest. They will switch off. So if you want to achieve or reach more individuals, more people that are interested in what you're interested in right now as a Beachbody coach, you need to be constantly adding new followers. Okay. All right. So who would like to share about adding friends? Is there someone who would like to share about adding friends and followers? Is there someone who can give us a tip or an idea on that? Gabi, I don't know. Gabi or Audrey? I can't hear you. I think you're talking, Gabi, but I can't hear you.
No, I was laughing because I was waiting to see if someone volunteered. Everybody likes to talk.
I know.
Right?
But now it's your turn.
They get shy. So what I do on Instagram specifically is I go to things that identify who I am, you know, things that I like, and then I follow those people and hope for a follow back. And if they don't, then I cancel the request. So for example, everyone here knows that I have curly hairs and a bun right now. I said a bun all the time now, but but I use Diva Curl products. So what I do is I follow their page, and they have, you know, thousands of followers that also have curly hair. So obviously those are people that, you know, I identify with. Those are the people that I can relate to, that can relate to me. And so I go and I look at that page daily, and then I typically, you know, when you have pockets of time, you know, it doesn't have to be, it could be during your office, your power hour, of course, but it can be, you know, when you are, I don't know, on the toilet, right? I'm just saying. Literally, it takes like a minute for you to follow like 100 people, like literally follow. And then you're done, right? And then maybe when you go back to the bathroom, right? If you go to the bathroom 5 times in a day or 7 times, God, that's 500 to 700 people that you're following per day, right? And then what I do is I wait till the end of the week to go back, and there's applications that you don't have to go and unfollow everybody that's not following you, but there's applications that can capture that for you. And all you do is say, you know, who's not following me back, and then like literally in seconds you request for the application to unfollow those people, and you do that on a weekly basis, and your following will grow. So that's what I do for Instagram. And then for Facebook, it can be, you know, different. It can be you know, people that I come in contact with. So for example, you know, Matias goes to school now, and so I'm connecting with the mothers there, right? And so I ask, are you guys on Instagram? Are you guys on Facebook? Because not everybody is on both platforms. So wherever they are, I'm connecting, and they're following me. And, you know, I'm known as the fit mom. And also when I'm, you know, at the doctor's office, if I spark a conversation with someone who, you know, we're just getting to know each other and I'm forming them, and it was a good conversation, then I will ask, are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? You know, would love to connect with you there. And then I get their contact information, right? Those are ways to do it. But also you can go and friend request your family's friends, right? Or their friends of friends that you have things in common with. So for example, you know, parents, if you're a parent and you want to follow people who have kids around the same age or are parents, and then same scenario, guys, if they're not following you back at the end of the week, then you just unfollow them. But you do that on a daily basis. As I said, you can do it, you know, in pockets of times that you find during your day, or you can do it when you're doing your power hour.
Thank you, Gabby. And the thing is this, at least 10 new contacts per day, guys. At least 10. Once again, the reason why is that because you want to constantly be growing that, expanding. And as you combine that you're adding or following people daily with adding content that's relevant to you, whether it's about cooking or pets, hobbies, jokes, you know, your exercise routines, of course, then people are going to be saying, oh, yeah, I want to follow Audrey. Oh, I want to follow Rosie. I want to follow Carla Acosta. Yeah. Carla, yeah. Cool. So let's go on to the next one. The next part. And once again, these 2 types of activities, right? Expand your circle of influence and then create an experience are 80% of your working time. So if you get 10 hours a week, 8 hours are this. 8 hours. Yeah. 8 hours. Okay. We'll talk about being tedious in a minute, but we'll create an experience. This is super important. Why? Because when people have an experience with you as a coach, with you as an individual, they're more likely to follow you and to be interested in being part of the challenge group. So once a week, go live telling your transformation story. adding your latest changes, and describing your current exercise program. Okay, and that's when you follow this document that we called the Let's Write Your Transformation Story document. I don't know if you guys have done this already. Some of you have seen this page before. But this is super important that you are constantly telling your story to people. Your transformation story with Beachbody, your transformation story with fitness, but focused around your challenge group. It's very important for you to tell that, because right now you may be thinking that people have heard this story over and over and over again, but the reality is, if you're adding 10 people a week, 10 people, a day, by the end of the week, you've had 50 new people. 50 new people. 50 new people who have not heard your story. So you need to be telling your story at least once a week, and add your latest change. This week I was doing my shift shop and it was awesome. Or, last week I just finished Shun Week and it was phenomenal. Let me tell you about how I started 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 6 years ago. You can always tell your story under a new prism. So yeah, don't forget about telling your story. Okay. B, create an experience for your social media followers. B says, once per week, advertise or do a fit club, or promote your 5-day clean eating group. This is super cool. Audrey and I was as a witness of this. We got together in Dallas with Audrey, and she was telling to her social media friends in the area, hey, I'm going to be in Dallas. We're going to have a fit club. Please come and join us. We're going to have a fit club and a training. Come and join us. And this new friend her a week before she went to Dallas, say, hey, I live in Dallas. I'll go see you. Right? She went to see Audrey a week after they became friends, and she participated in this fit club. And what happened, Audrey? Tell us.
She signed up as a coach right there and then. But
you know the cool thing is this, guys, okay, that before she signed up as a coach, because we finished without talking about a coaching opportunity, remember?
Mm-hmm.
We just said, hey, do you want to join a challenge group and find the results that you've been wanting to get all these years? The next challenge group starts, and we gave a couple dates. I don't remember what date you gave, Audrey, but she was the first one to raise their hand and say, oh, I'll join. And we thought they were all coaches. They were, no, she said, I'll join. And we were like, oh, super cool. But then we invited her to stay to a training for coaches. And she also decided, yeah, I would love to stay to see what it means to be a coach. And basically the training was this. So at the end of this, she decided to join. But usually, how long does it take for your followers to follow you before they actually join to be coaches, Audrey?
It takes a little while. It takes a little while to warm up that relationship.
And the reason why is because you're doing all this on social media, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they will follow you, and they love to see you every day. But it's harder for people to take the step of joining you unless they have an experience with you. And I'm not saying that it has to be a fit club, even though a fit club is one of the most effective ones. But it could be a 5-day clean eating group. It could be a Zoom fit club, and when they actually do the exercising via Zoom in different parts of the States. But why is that? Because what people are looking for is to trust you, that you are going to be there to help them in their journey, that you're going to be there to support them when they have questions. They're asking for a chance to be converted to you, and you provide that when you create an experience for them. So that's number B. That's B, 3B, right? Or 2B. The next one says, engage every person who interacts with your post or who asks about your fitness journey. But you know what, actually before I go with this, so I've got a homework for you. Talk to your coach and set up a time when you're going to do a fit club, when you're going to do a 3-day clean eating group or 5-day. create an opportunity so you can invite people to that. Because think about this. You're posting every day about exercising. You're posting every day about your hobbies. You're posting every day about your personal development. And every day people follow you because they go, oh, Amy's so awesome. Look at her. She's exercising. She's taking care of the family. She is a woman of faith. And I love the quotes that she puts. I mean, she's quoting scripture. I love everything she's doing. But once in a while, Amy's going to say, guys, she's going to go with us. Hey, social media friends, you like the way I'm exercising? You like the way I'm eating? Thank you so much for following me. For those of you who are interested in understanding what am I doing to stay fit, join me Thursday morning, 7 a.m. I'm going to be doing a fit club or a Zoom fit club, right? A virtual fit club. But it's going to be 7 o'clock in the morning. It's only going to run for 45 minutes, but I have space only for 10 people. If you're interested in knowing what I'm doing, join me Thursday morning, 7 a.m. I'll be there. That's the kind of invitation you're doing. It's like Gary Vaynerchuk says, jab, 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 and right hook. That's your right hook. When you have a fit club, when you have a Zoom club, when you have a 5-day clean eating group, is your hook to show them who you are. And it is a natural way of inviting people. So sometimes we think, oh, you're following me on social media, do you want to buy a challenge bag? We go straight into that, which it becomes a little more awkward if they have not followed you for a year. Now, if somebody has been following you only for 5 days and you ask them to buy a challenge group, it's going to be a little bit more.
There's a book there.
Harder for them, right? But when you ask them to come and try what I do as a coach. I'm going to show you what I do for others. That's when they go, wow, that's what I need for myself, because they get a chance to experience what they're doing. So, Amy, can you talk for a bit?
Sure.
Tell me, how was your experience during that fit club we did in Dallas? What did you like about it?
Well, first, the biggest thing is that I've watched my team have these awesome fit clubs in New York, and I'm not able to be there, right? And so it was amazing that Gabby and Audrey and my husband and my team, although my team is very, very small right now, it was really, really cool to have that small group of people together in one room, all of us working out together. We see each other in our challenge groups all the time. We see each other in team meetings and things like that. But it was really fun to just work out together. And actually, that was only my second fit club. Maritza and I, and Tula had a fit club just a few weeks prior. I guess it was at the end of May. And it was just in my house, in my living room. And we just invited a few people. It was a very small group, but it just lifted us all up. It lifted our spirits. I was telling somebody, there's a reason I work out at home by myself. And that's because I like to work out at home by myself, and I don't have to look nice. I don't have to put makeup on and all that. And so I told Gabby in the very beginning, I'm really nervous about fit clubs. Like, I don't really know that I even want to do this. And as soon as that came out of my mouth, I knew that meant it was exactly what I needed to do. And it was something that I needed to challenge myself to do. And what I discovered in our fit club that Maritza and I did here at my house, and further when we had our fit club just a couple of weeks ago in Irving, is just that it just fills you up inside. It gives you all the sort of sunny feelings that come with being in community, and being with like-minded people, and having that experience alongside other people just fuels you to go and do it again. Although I'm going to go back the next day into my little workout room and work out by myself, it was really cool to do that together, and to have somebody leading us. We don't usually have that. And it was a brand new workout. That was a big incentive, I think, for a lot of the people that were there, was that they got to try Shift Shop. So I hope that helps. Did that answer your question?
Well, yeah, completely. So, and once again, one of the things that we said from the very beginning is like, we love that we're together, but we cannot do this every day. But there is a way we can do it every day by being part of a challenge group. So people had a chance of exercising, of talking about nutrition and feeling like you said, those sunny feelings, But at the end of the day, what happened is that they get connected to you. They go like, wow, Amy really can help me. So I'm going to do this with her. I'm going to join her next challenge group because this is cool. We can do this. And so instead of waiting for 3, 6, 10 months of gaining trust using social media, when you give them a chance to know who you are, they go, yeah, I'm going to do this. And that's what happened with that person that you invited, Audrey. She immediately joined. So thank you again, Amy. Appreciate it. So after, create an experience. Engage every person who interacts with your post. Every time somebody likes your post or comments on your post or asks about your fitness journey, you're going to interact with them, meaning say, thank you, love it, thanks for the support. You're going to start interacting with these individuals, right? That's basically 80% of your time. 80% of your time in your business is expanding your circle of influence by adding this content that we're talking about, and then creating an experience so those people who are following you have a chance of knowing who you are in a more precise way. So that's 80% of your time. The other 20% of your time, number one, ensure your challenge group generates weekly results. Ensure your challenge group generates weekly results. How are you going to do this? Of all your challenges that already join your group, okay, you're going to select 1, 2, tops 3 per week. 1 or 2, I would say. And you're going to say, Carla, this week, I'm going to be focused on you. Yes, me, your coach, I'm going to be focused on you. Tell me, what's your goal this week? Oh, Carlos, my goal is to exercise 5 days in a row. I want to make sure I'm exercising. Fantastic. I'm going to follow it up on you. Okay. Jenny, my goal this week is to focus on you. So tell me, what's your goal this week? Oh, Carlos, I want to lose 2 pounds. Phenomenal. I'm going to make sure that your nutrition is on point. So I'm going to follow up on you. I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to send you a text message. More than what I usually do on the challenge group. And why you want to do this, guys? Okay, so I'm going to read here. Identify 2 to 3 challengers to follow up closely that week to ensure they're doing their exercise routines, eating right, and sharing their journey with videos and photos. So they're actually being part of the group, the challenge group. They're posting their Shakeology, they're posting their exercise routine. Why is that so important? Okay, because these people who are the ones who accept your challenge to lose that pound that week or to do those 5 exercises in a row, those and they actually do it. Not only accept it, they actually find success that week. What do you think is going to happen? Think about it. Think about when you found success with Team Beachbody program, whether it was the first week, second week, third week, whenever you found like you were being successful, you want to share that with others. So when a challenger is finding success, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are going to say, this is so cool. I want to naturally want to share it. So B, give assignments to your most active challengers to share the transformation story publicly in your next Fit Club or a live video or 5-day clean eating group. So that's how you marry the 80% activities with the 20% activities. Once you have helped somebody that week to find success, you're going to say, Rosie, that was so cool. I'm so glad that you and I had a chance to be more together, working together this week. I'm super happy that you did your 5 exercise routines, that you wanted to this week. I'm glad that I was able to help. You know, as I've seen you active and involved in the group and you achieved your goal, I've got a question. I've got an invitation for you. I've got a fit club coming up next week that I would like for you to participate in. And now all I need is for you to go into the fit club and just share your story with us. Share how you feel being part of this fit club. Share how it makes you feel to be finding small successes or big successes with our challenge group. Because the women I'm going to have there and the guys I'm going to be there, I want them to hear from a challenger, from a member of our group, how it feels to be part of the challenge group, so they can also decide to join us. Let me tell you, if that person says yes, and most likely they will, because if you give them success that week, they're going to say, yeah, of course I'll do that for you, Carlos, I'll do it. Okay, what's going to happen is going to be magical. So now, Amy, I'm going back to you. Okay, Amy, unmute yourself and answer this question. How do you feel when at the end of the fit club, okay, we said, okay, here we have some challengers. I was talking as if they're all non-coaches there. I said, here I have a couple friends who've had experience with Shakeology, had experience with being part of the challenge group, and now I've invited them to share something with us. And a couple people volunteered. They got up and they shared with us how they felt about being part of the challenge group. How did that make you feel, Amy, to hear those guys?
That was powerful. We had a young woman who shared about her journey through anorexia and just her engagement with the challenge group. Actually, I'm not sure if she answered about being a part of a challenge group or if it was to do with Shakeology, but that was really powerful because she was able to talk about how her relationship with food had been problematic with her and how it changed and how being a part of a group changed it, how Shakeology changed it. We had another member of Tula shared just how much her life has changed since deciding and committing, decide, commit, succeed, deciding and committing to to all parts of the program together. She talked about how she was a couch potato. She was very depressed. She really had very little hope, and just her own personal description of her sadness and despair, and how being a part of our, the group and having the small daily tasks to do, and then over time, there's that compound effect that it starts to affect you positively, and she's no longer depressed and she's no longer without hope, and she's making progress on her fitness and health goals. And it's just kind of like the full picture. It's this holistic picture of how being a part of a challenge group and Shakeology, of course, being one of the components, has just absolutely changed everything about her life for her. And you could just feel the love and light radiating from both of them when they got up to answer your question.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was electrifying. It was super cool. And Amy, the question for you, don't close the mic yet. If you would have been a guest, would you have joined the challenge group that day?
Say that again. If I'd been a guest, would I have joined the challenge group that day? Absolutely. Yes. I mean, yes. The other thing that's really cool about that gathering is that it's one thing if you're hearing a testimonial from someone who you've met on social media or someone who who's having this transformation before your eyes, right? And it's just a one-on-one kind of, I'm learning about this. But the cool thing about having a fit club is that it's not just the person who's probably going to be your coach. It's all these other people who are clearly having, independent of your coach, are having this amazing experience. And that testimonials piled on top of other testimonials, it absolutely sells itself because it's real. It doesn't sell itself because it needs to be sold. It sells itself because it's really causing real, positive, productive change in people's lives. And when they get up and get so excited about sharing it, it's just palatable. Is that the right word? It's just, you can just feel it in the room.
Thank you so much. And so, guys, this is the next assignment. The next assignment is this. You're going to go into your challenge group this week, and you're going to approach a challenger. And you tell them, you know, this week, I'm going to follow up with you one-on-one, super close. And so tell me what your goal is for this week. Don't go crazy. Don't say 100 pounds. No. Tell me what your goal is for this week. Whether it's 2 pounds or maybe, I don't know, just completing your exercise in 5 days in a row. Because I want to make sure that this week you find success. And after they actually accept the challenge, and, you know, you follow up with them, invite them to participate as a guest in your challenge room so they can share with others. As a guest in your Fit Club or in your Zoom club or at the end of your 5-day cleaning group. Because any of these activities that you're doing, you can always invite somebody to speak about their experience with you as a coach. Cool? So you like that idea, guys? Are you going to do it? Awesome. Okay. If you're going to do that, that means that you need to organize a Fit Club or a Zoom call or Zoom club, or you know that there's another thing that's out there. It's called the sneak peek into a challenge group, which I find it phenomenal. We could talk about it in another training. Sneak peek into a challenge group, which is basically a Fit Club, but virtual, right? Virtual Fit Club. Okay. Thanks so much, Amy, again. So, okay. So the next one says, increase the number of your personal active coaches. Okay. Approach those challengers you have who are active in the group and who did share the transformation story publicly as you asked, and invite them to become coaches, sharing your personal why and explain the reasons why you believe they will be great coaches. And that's how I want you to stop for a second. Now, this is how all this is coming together. You do your Fit Club, whether it's virtual or live. You invited Carla to speak. Carla, after you follow up with her for 5 days, she had a transformation, whether it was a pound or I don't know, that she feels excited about what she's doing. She agrees to go to your Fit Club. And she speaks in the Fit Club, and she's just full of energy saying, guys, I love this. It's helped me so much. After the Fit Club is over, you're going to go to Carla, and you're going to grab her by the hand and say, Carla, come here. Come with me. Come over here. And you move her to the side and say, that was super cool. Thanks so much for sharing your story with them. You know, people needed that. They needed to hear your testimony of what you found at Beachbody. And let me tell you something. I've seen you posting it on the group. I've seen you supporting other girls. You're finding a transformation. You haven't achieved all your goals in fitness, but you're working towards them. You know what I can see in you? I can see in you a coach, a Team Beachbody coach. And have you thought about coaching? Because I would like to share with you why I'm a coach. And you're going to answer these 3 questions. See these 3 questions that we answered at the very beginning? You're going to tell her this, Carla, may I take 5 minutes and share with you why I'm a coach? And I'm going to answer these 3 questions so you understand why I am a coach. Because I believe that you're also a coach. And you could be a coach. You could be an amazing coach. People need to hear your story. They need you to hold them accountable. And I know you can do this. And you share these 3 answers to these questions. And then you tell her, you know what? My next coach training is Wednesday night, 7 p.m. And we're going to get together with a group of coaches to talk about how we do coaching. Will you join us then? What do you think about that? Carla, can you unmute yourself and tell me?
Oh, that's excellent.
Okay. Why?
I actually started doing that without looking at that piece of paper. Mm-hmm. It's so funny how everything comes full circle. But, you know, the people that I've been adding to my group, I started a fitness challenge group, and I also started a free clean eating group. I actually have my family very involved. And a lot of them are supportive. I mean, they're kind of like doing their own thing. And then my sister-in-law finally is like, oh, well, I want to do 21 Day Fix. And I told her about it. And it's like, it's coming together. So, and then I'm starting to approach them about the coaching opportunity. Whereas before, my family was not so supportive. They didn't know what the heck I was doing, what was going on, until I started these groups, these challenge groups. And it's just becoming like, it's slow, but it's progress. And it's amazing. It's really good.
Thank you. And let me tell you something very interesting. When people understand that you have a true solution and then you're helping them with their goals, then they're super open to understand what is it that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So and I like that idea. So when you help them say, hey, try this challenge group, find success in it. And if you like what you're seeing, then they're super ready to share. I mean, think about it. All of us, you find a cool, a chocolate. If you like chocolate and you find a chocolate you really like, who do you think about? Those you love, those who are around you. You want to share them with others. Maybe not. Maybe you're like me. You want to hide and just eat it yourself. But I'm just kidding. But no, really it is. When you find something that works, you want to share it. So when you help somebody find success with what we're doing, ask them. If you ask them and they accept to share the story with others, with people they don't know, then they're coach material. Because they took action on an invitation you gave them. Mm-hmm. So then you have that conversation with them. Say, you know what? Let me tell you why I'm a coach. And I believe that you can be a good coach too. And then what is the training? What's the training that you give them? The training is basically this. 5B or 4Bs is train your new coaches so they answer the questions above and they follow this action plan. That's basically it. So it's a circle thing. If you want somebody to be basically coaching with you, give them success. Now, I was thinking about this morning also, and I don't know if this is a good place to say it or not, Audrey, but people, sometimes we're afraid of talking about the coaching opportunity. But what I would say to you is this. What I would do, if you do a call to coaching opportunity, what I would do is this. I would say, you know what, I've got a phenomenal business in fitness and nutrition. I'm helping people achieve their goals. If you're an entrepreneur, if you like to help people and you're interested in building a business from home that can help you with your financial needs, contact me because I'm going to help you do this. But there's a prerequisite, which is for you to be the product's work. So you need to join my challenge group, and then I'm going to show you how to do the business. You need to find success using our products and understanding them, and then I'm going to show you how to do business. And it's basically the same thing we got here, guys. Is somebody, if you do a call to action, do business building, okay, is this activity is what they need to be doing. And you tell them that. I mean, for you to be a successful coach, you need to have had an experience as a challenger, because that's the only way you can convey what it feels to be part of it. And well, that's what I have to share with you tonight. I hope you like it. I've gone a little off, but I mean a little long. But let me tell you this, Carla. You said, it seems like you're looking into what I'm doing. Yeah, I've found that most coaches who are finding traction and success, this is what they're doing. They're doing this over and over and over again. And you know what? It may feel tedious that every time you go to a bathroom, you start adding 100 people there, like Gabriela is, every time every morning you wake up, you do your exercise and you make a post about your exercising, or every time you read your scriptures, you find a quote that you want to share with others. It may become tedious to you. But when you understand why you're doing this, why you're a coach, what's your legacy to the world, and what's your financial need, then you're going to be driven to achieving these goals. And that's what you need, because you know what? It will not be tedious once you start thinking of the lives you're impacting. And let me tell you guys, you're helping thousands of people. And the more people you help, the bigger your business is going to grow. Audrey and Gabriela, thank you so much for the opportunity. If you guys have questions, I would love to ask them, but I know that I'm taking a lot of your time. So Audrey, the mic is all yours.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Like, just listening to it again, it just reminds me of how intentional we need to be with our time. Because we do have a lot of other things going on in our lives, but this is so simple. This is something we can all follow. I really want to hear from other people on what they thought. I'm going to pick on Rosie.
Hey, no, thank you so much, Carlos. This was super helpful, and I'm already I have a whole bunch of notes of things that I really I'm ready to take this to the next level. I'm really solid in a lot of ways with my challengers, but I think that I've realized that I spend a little bit of time. I love spending the time on that 20%, but to really grow a business, that 80%, to kind of expand that out a little bit is where I need to focus more. And so that really helped to kind of put it right in front of me for me to see. So I thank you very much.
Rosie, let me give you a tip. Super important. I know you spend a lot of time because you want to make sure that your coaches your challenges are finding success. And that is something that you want to make sure that's happening. I would suggest the following. Assign days or posting days or give assignments to your challengers right off the bat. As soon as they join, you say, okay, you're going to be in charge of Monday, you're going to be in charge of Tuesday, so they start becoming part of the community, and when they're part of the community, they're going to feel more accountable than just waiting for you to be leading that. And the cool thing is that not everybody's going to say yes. But those who say yes, they're coach material.
That's great. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. Anyone else with thoughts or ideas that came to your mind as you were listening to this, that you thought that there's something that you're going to implement?
Sorry, Audrey.
It's okay.
It's me. I'm sorry. No, I actually, I spoke to a girl from California. I'm in the East Coast. She's in the West Coast. And I asked her, how did she find me? And it turned out we follow the same person because we're vegetarian. Well, I'm pescatarian, vegetarian. So stay-at-home mom, she's not a stay-at-home mom. She works for her dad's company. And I just wanted to know how she knew about me and what my page was. Like, how did she start following me? So it was kind of important for me because I wanted to know what I did that expanded my network to, whereas how did I get this girl from California and I'm from New York? And that's exactly what I wanted. I'm from the Bronx, and there's not a lot of people that will spend money on their health in my demographic area. So I needed to expand my network to working moms or not working moms. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I wanted that kind of network. So that finding friends and networking, I kind of finally I'm getting someone that's not broke, that's not that's willing to put in the work. And from there I just asked her, how did you find me? Because I want to know what I did and I want to keep doing that. So it was just from a mutual friend, but it was great to know that I can find someone or people that are not in my area. So expanding your network is a plus, like really a plus, because it will help you and help, everyone financially. So
then do it on purpose. So next time when you're putting that 80%, then maybe you find a group that's called Working Moms in California or Working Moms in the Portland, Oregon area. That's a cool thing too, is because when you have multiple states, it makes it easy for you to expand and to have the different time zones. This will continue to grow. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for adding that. So continually expanding your circle of influence. Anyone else who would like to say something before we close? Jen, what do you have in your mind?
You are amazing. When you came to New York for the training with Team Advent and Luminous Nations, you were amazing then. I'm going to print these sheets out. I'm one of those that if you tell me to do something, I'll do it. I don't ask questions. That's what I'm supposed to do? Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you. And Jen, you know what? That's the cool part about having something that is simple that you follow. Now let me give you a word of caution, okay? Success will depend on your ability to modify. That's right. So you're going to go and say, oh, I posted about exercise routines, I posted about nutrition, I posted about personal interest, and I posted my personal development. I did all those 4 posts, and I'm still not expanding. I'm still not getting the likes I need. Then you can go a little deeper and think about the post itself. Maybe I'm using a word that's not quite what I want, or maybe the colors are not the same, or maybe my live videos are always the same, meaning same background, because you know the content is always different because you're speaking, right? But a tip on live videos, okay? Change your background. Guys, change your background. Guys, change your background. Because when people see your video in one specific background more than 3 or 4 times, then they will assume it's the same one. Cool? So, once again, these could be other lessons that other trainings that we can have. But the thing is this, do this, but always be innovating. Always be innovating. And if it's not working, change it up a little bit. Change it up a little bit. Whether it's the background, whether it's the message, whether it's, I don't know, the color of the clothes you're wearing, be changing it up constantly. So thanks so much, Jenna. I love that.
God bless you.
Okay, so Audrey, this is the next assignment, guys, for everybody. This is your next assignment. Yeah. I need you to go find now, okay, people that you have in your mind that you know that could be coaches, okay, and have this conversation with them. With your personal coaches or soon-to-be coaches, invite them to have this conversation of your why with them. So basically, you're going to go and say, hey, you know what, Jenny, I've seen you in my challenge group for a long time, and you do awesome. You're always sharing. You're always participating. Can I have a conversation with you, you know? Can we talk about, you know, would you be willing to share your transformation story in my next group? If they say yes, then you're going to keep working on Jenny. After she shares her transformation story, then you're going to say, okay, Jenny, let's have another conversation now. That was awesome. I loved it. And let me tell you why I'm a coach. Because I believe that you're a coach too, and I want to know if we're in tune. And you're going to share these 3 questions with her, the answers to these 3 questions that you have personally. So will you do that then? Will you then, okay, first of all, find someone that you're going to invite to share their story, whether it's a live video or a challenge group, you know, in a fit club. And then after they actually share the live video or they go to your fit club and they share the story there, will you then have this conversation of why you're a coach and you invite them to be a coach? Yes? Yes? Cool. All right, guys. Now I really am done. Audrey.
Thank you so much, Carlos. That was amazing. Definitely gave us a lot of things to put into action. Remember, 80% of your time, guys, we have the tendency to reverse it and spend 20% of our time doing those things. 80% of our times. Let's go. Going into Coach Summit next week. Big action. Thank you, Carlos. Bye, everyone.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Gracias, Carlos.
Gracias, Gaby. Ciao, bye.